In the winter of 2004, 12-year-old Haruki Sato first heard the rumor. He was sitting at the back of his 6th grade classroom in Yokohama when his classmate Reiko leaned over her desk, eyes wide and serious. "She's back," she whispered. "Who?" Haruki asked, annoyed. "Kuchisake-onna. The slit-mouthed woman. My cousin saw her near the train station last night. She wears a mask and carries scissors. She asks if you think she's pretty." Haruki rolled his eyes. "You're too old for ghost stories." But Reiko didn't blink. "If you say no, she kills you. If you say yes, she pulls down her mask. And? She's smiling. But the smile goes from ear to ear." Haruki laughed it off. But he noticed something strange after lunch. His teacher, Ms. Tanaka, suddenly stopped the lesson and handed out school-wide safety leaflets. They warned students not to walk home alone. Several parents had called the school, reporting that a woman in a white coat and surgical mask had been seen loitering near the school gate, asking children if she was pretty. No one could prove anything. The woman disappeared before the police arrived. But that week, dozens of kids stayed home. Whispers passed from hallway to hallway. Some said she had scissors. Others said she had a scalpel. But they all said the same thing: she never lets you live. Haruki's parents shrugged it off. "Just hysteria," his mother said. "Like the clown panic in America." But Haruki couldn't sleep. Every night, he imagined a woman in a red trench coat standing outside his window, fogging the glass with every breath. 1 week later, a 6th grade girl from a nearby school vanished on her way home. Her backpack was found near a vending machine. A janitor working nearby claimed he'd seen a woman in a mask talking to the girl right before she disappeared. The case made the news. And suddenly, the legend of Kuchisake-onna didn't feel like a story anymore. It was raining the day Haruki saw her. He had stayed late after school for art club and missed the last group walk. His umbrella was broken, and the streets were empty. As he turned down a narrow alley shortcut near his apartment, he spotted a figure at the far end of the street. She wore a red coat, red high heels, and held a red umbrella. The first thing Haruki noticed was how still she was. She didn't shift her weight, didn't move her arms, didn't look around. She just stood there, facing forward, like a statue placed in the middle of the road. He slowed down. As he walked, she began to move, slowly, gracefully, like a woman on a runway. Haruki gripped his backpack. The rain dripped harder now. Her umbrella tilted slightly as she stepped closer. And then she spoke. "Am I pretty?" Her voice was soft, musical, and slightly distorted by the rain. Haruki froze. She was wearing a surgical mask. His heart pounded. He remembered Reiko's words. "Say no, and she kills you. Say yes, and it gets worse." He nodded, trying to keep his voice steady. "Yes. You're very pretty." The woman tilted her head. Then, with one smooth motion, she pulled down her mask. The skin around her mouth was split open. Not a wound. A permanent, grotesque smile stretching from cheek to cheek. Flesh peeled back like paper, revealing glistening teeth. Her lips were red with blood. She smiled wider. "Even like this?" Haruki couldn't speak. She took a step forward, reaching into her coat. That's when headlights blinded them both. A car turned the corner, honking loudly. Haruki didn't wait. He ran. Ran all the way home, shoes soaked, lungs burning, not stopping until he burst through his apartment door and locked it behind him. He never told his parents. But he stopped walking to school alone. 15 years passed. Haruki moved to Tokyo, became a journalist, and tried to forget that winter. But the nightmares never stopped. And every few years, news surfaced, vague reports of a woman in a red coat seen near schools, kids whispering about slits and scissors, a missing child here and there. In 2020, a string of disappearances in rural Shizuoka caught Haruki's attention. 3 middle school students vanished within 2 weeks. Each had reportedly seen a woman in a surgical mask days before they disappeared. Driven by something between guilt and obsession, Haruki took leave from work and headed to Shizuoka. He spoke to families. To teachers. To terrified classmates who said she was real. One boy claimed she appeared in the bathroom mirror when he whispered her name 3 times. A girl swore she had seen her at the train crossing, counting aloud in a voice that sounded like glass breaking. Haruki followed every lead until it brought him to an elderly woman named Akiko, who ran a small tea shop in the mountains. When Haruki mentioned Kuchisake-onna, Akiko's hands trembled. "She was real once," she said. Akiko told him the story of a woman named Sayuri. A beautiful wife married to a cruel, jealous samurai during the Edo period. Her husband suspected her of adultery and, in a fit of rage, slit her mouth open, screaming, "No man will ever look at you again." Sayuri died from the wound. But her rage never left. Her spirit, cursed and filled with sorrow, returned, seeking validation, revenge, or maybe both. But why children? Haruki asked. Akiko's eyes were hollow. Because they are honest. And fear tastes pure. Haruki left that tea shop with a shiver he couldn't shake. That night, he dreamed of red shoes tapping on wooden floors. The final straw came when Haruki received an email with no subject. The message contained only a photograph. It showed a group of children at a school picnic. In the far background, partially obscured by trees, stood a woman in a red coat holding a red umbrella. She was staring directly at the camera. Haruki tracked the metadata. The photo was taken 2 days earlier in Ibaraki. He boarded the first train. By now, his colleagues thought he'd lost his mind. His editor stopped taking his calls. Friends unfollowed him online. But Haruki didn't care. Something inside him whispered that this wasn't just a story. It was a reckoning. He arrived at the school and asked to speak to the head teacher. He didn't mention ghosts or legends, just said he was investigating a possible safety threat. The teacher looked nervous. "You should speak with Kenta," she said. "He's been disturbed." Haruki met the boy in the nurse's office. Kenta was pale, silent, and shaking. "She asked me if she was pretty," he whispered. "What did you say?" "I said yes." "Then what?" She smiled. "I said yes again." She raised something shiny, and then, she laughed. Haruki's throat went dry. That night, walking back to his hotel, he saw her. Standing beneath a flickering streetlight, red coat billowing in the wind. She raised her mask. "Am I pretty?" Haruki didn't answer. "Even like this?" she asked again, her voice a guttural hiss. He looked at her, eyes steady. "I remember you." The ghost paused. "You asked me when I was a boy. I said yes. But I didn't mean it. I was scared. I'm still scared." Silence. "You're not pretty," he whispered. "You're broken." Something shifted. Her smile faltered. Her eyes widened. For the first time, the mask slipped not from her face, but from her soul. She screamed. The streetlight shattered. Haruki woke up on the ground. She was gone. In the weeks that followed, there were no new sightings. The school stopped issuing warnings. The air felt lighter. But Haruki knew the truth. Kuchisake-onna hadn't vanished. She had simply moved on. Waiting for the next child. The next honest answer. The next taste of fear. So the next time a woman in a mask asks you if she's pretty, choose your answer wisely. Because no answer will save you.